Welcome to presentations, students. This session we are going to discuss about subdivided bar diagram. In the previous class, we have started the different type of diagrams, and then different type of bar diagrams are also discussed in the previous class. In this class, we are going to discuss about the subdivided bar diagram. So what we have learned so far is one dimension bar diagram and then different type of bars. So what in by one dimension bar diagram? In the one dimension bar diagram, we show the distinction between one diagram to another diagram by taking the same, that is same width but difference in the height only. That is called as one dimension. ಅಂದರೆ ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ವಿಡ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ತೋರಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥ ಬಾರ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಒನ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬಾರ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ ದ one dimension bar diagram, we find different type of bar diagram, like a simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, subdivided bar diagram, and then one more, that is percentage bar diagram. Like that we find different type of bar diagrams. So far we have studied simple and multiple. Now I am going to explain what do you mean by subdivided bar diagram, how to construct, and suitability of the bar. So let's begin the class. So what is by subdivided bar diagram? Subdivided bar diagram is also called as component bar diagram. Instead of placing the bars for each component or each variable side by side, or we may place these one by one on the top of the other. This will result in the component bar diagram. So here in the multiple bar diagram, we place the item side by side. It is nothing but a set of bars in multiple bar diagram. But in case of the subdivided bar diagram, one bar is divided into different components. It includes components. It includes all the variables of that set. That is considered as bar diagram. So subdivided bar diagram, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಾವೇನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಬಾರ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪು ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದೀವಿ, ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಬಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಒನ್ ಐಟಮ್ ತರ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ subdivided bar diagram, so same bar is divided into different sections that can be shown the one variable. That is considered as subdivided bar diagram. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಬಾರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as subdivided. ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಹೋಗೋದು, ಆರ್ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as subdivided bar diagram. So in the subdivided bar diagram, one single bar represented related information of one item or 1 year. Take for example, 1 year information may be shown by the one bar. So or various items that is shown in for a 1 year may be included in one bar. Like that we are going to divide the one bar. But here also the length will be shown in a different that is a differentiation between the one bar to another, but width is same for all the bars also. This comparison purpose, this value can be converted into percentage also. Sometimes subdivided bar diagrams are also converted into percentage bar diagram. So therefore this is for the purpose of comparison only. Okay, let us start with how we can construct the subdivided bar diagram. Let us consider this first problem. So draw a component bar diagram for the following information. So here there are the information for the 4 years is given, that is 1974, 75, 76, 77. These are the information for the 4 years. What is the information? In 74, sales is 100, gross profit is 30 and 10. Net profit is 10. In 75, sales is 120, gross profit is 40 and net profit is 50. In 76, 130, 45, 25. Like this, we have given the 4 years information. So 4 year information here, chronological comparison of the data is given. So that is why we have to show the 4 bars, 4 bars for each year we have to show 1 bar. But under this 1 bar, it should be include all these 3 items. Okay, what is the profit? What is the net profit? What's the profit? Let us see how it is to be constructed. See here, this is the component. This is first one. So what is the height of that bar? Is nothing but 130 and then that is equal, that is 10. Total length of the bar is 130. So 130 is shown here. 130. See, this is 130. So 50, 100, 150. Always show the years on x-axis only. Time should be shown on x-axis. So years are shown in here and then amount is shown here. First take the total of this bar. This comes to how much? 130 and 10. It also total is equal to 130. Similarly, take the total of this one, 120, 40, 15. That is 160 plus 15, that is equal to 175. So first take the total of these, total of the 3 items, and then first draw the complete total length bar. Then what is the highest value? That is sales. So sales should be, start from this, sales should be equal to 100. And what is the another value? 30 is GP and 10 is NP. So 30 is GP. From this point to this point, 30 is GP and remaining. This is overall length of the bar is 140 and 30 is GP, 10 is net profit. So this is first bar. So second bar, what about the second bar? Total length of the bar is 175. 175, this is 150 and then 175 means this up to this level, 175 here, because what is the total length? This is the total length is 200, that is 50 difference. Therefore, it here that is 50, that is equal to 125. So what is the profit? That is 120, 40, 15. 120 is the profit. So 120 is shown here. 120, it comes to this point, 120 profit, and then remain is GP and net profit. So this is called as component bar diagram. One bar showing the 3 components or 3 information regarding the 1 year. So it's showing the information about gross profit, it's showing the information about sales and net profit, each bar. So sales represented by blue color, and then gross profit, that is pink, and then white. So this is called as component bar diagram. So this is one variety of bar diagram. Next, come to second problem. This is that is drawn by using computer in the Excel sheet. So the following table show the result of MBA students of Bangalore University for the last years. This is an examination problem also. Represent the suitable diagram. So here there are 3 years information, 13, 14, 15 year information. They have analyzed their result. First class students are 60, second class 160, third class 260, failed standards were 163. So total strength is 643. So similarly in the 14, 70, 210, 310, 150, total strength is equal to 740. So here there are 3 years information that we have to consider. So what we have to do, so here the above data is converted into cumulative figures for showing the different component and breakup. If you want, you can convert it into that is cumulative. So cumulative workout ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. See here 60 plus 160, that is equal to 220, plus 260, that is equal to 480, plus 163, that is equal to 643. So total is 643. Similarly, 70 plus 210, 280, 280 plus 310, that is equal to 590, 150 plus 590, that equal to 740. This is second bar. Total bar length is 740. So in this way, you can convert this into cumulative, or directly you can also locate. So how we are going to locate? See here the information for the 16. How much is for first class? 60. So you are failed student, that means you are taking from this way, from this point, or you can taken from this point, whatever the, suppose you have taken the first class top, it should be shown in the first class top. In the, you are taken the second class in the, that's way, it should be located from the top to bottom. So or failed students are shown in the last. So we have taken the first class from the beginning. So how much is 60? The 60% or 60 students are passed out. So in first class, second class, third class. So what is the total strength? 60 to 20 x, so 220. See here, so 60 up to this is 60, add together 200 plus 220, here it's 220. Next 220, that is 480, up to 480, that is third class, remaining is fail. This is cumulative frequency is constructed only for the location. So it will help us to locate the each component, that's all. So height should be always based on the total. So this is 643. So compared to 740, it is smaller amount. So the size of the length of length of the bar will be, compared to this it is smaller, and then compared to this it will be smaller, and this is the longest bar. So that is the forward. So this is second problem. And in another way, simple bar diagrams can also present. They can be converted into percentage. In such a way also we can show. Sometimes when it is to be converted into percentage, when we want to compare. So when we want to compare, in such a cases, or in specifically if it is asked in the problem, then only prepare the percentage bar diagram. Otherwise, you can simply locate this in the what I have explained earlier in this way. If it is asked for the percentage, then convert the actual values to percentage. Let us see how it is to be converted. Draw a percentage bar diagram from the following data. So this is the formula to convert the percentage. So same problem. What is the same problem is converted, that is previous problem. This is the problem 100 30 10. So 100 30 10, how we are going to calculate? That is 100, that is 130 into 10, that is equal to 71.43. Second, that is 30 divided by 130 into 100, 21.4. So this problem should be kept here. Instead of that, I have kept in the separate sheet. If it is here, then you can refer the same problem. This is the problem I have worked out here. It is kept separately. So the same problem. So here same, it should be converted to percentage. Actual value divided by the total actual value divided by the total actual value into 100, it is converted into percentage. So this is converted into percentage. How we are going to locate same cumulative frequency? So what is the difference between these two? Observe this. So what is here? The value of these, that is the length of these bars are different. But in case percentage bar diagram, length of the bars is not different. Same problem is worked out here. Here, when we consider the percentage bar diagram, all are converted into 100. Say, take the total 71.43, 21.43 plus 7.14, that is equal to 100. This is also equal to 100. This is also equal to 100. So, when it is converted into percentage, the bar height will be the same. There will be no variation in the height because all are converted into percentage, that is equal to 100. Total percentage is equal to 100. Automatically here both the length as well as the width is also same, length is also same. This is the case of percentage bar diagram. Okay, this is converted net profit, gross profit, and then sales. This is the sales, gross profit, and net profit. So this is percentage bar diagram. That is also component subdivided bar diagram, simply called as subdivided bar diagram. So subdivided bar diagram or component bar diagram without converting the percentage, we can show it this way. If the problem is specific about a percentage, then that can be shown this way. Okay, this is third problem that we have worked out. Next, come to fifth problem. Prepare the subdivided percentage bar diagram. Represent the following data by means of percentage subdivided bar diagram. So here there are for 3 years information is there. Raw material, labor, direct expenses, factory overheads and office expenses. Total is 3,840, 4,000, 4,490. So it can be converted into percentage, that is total raw material total. Every year we have to convert. So this one 2,160 divided by 3,840 into 100 percentage. So 2,160 divided by 3,840 into 100, it comes to 56.25. Similarly, second one, that is raw material percentage 540 divided by 380. This is for the this year. This year we have converted into percentage. So when we take the total, it comes to 100. Then cumulative frequency of the percentage is calculated just for the purpose of locating the, that is locating the scale in the graph. So next here, same way we have to convert this into percentage and add this percentage, we are going to get this. Next one, same, converted into percentages and we come cumulative frequency. So here all are equal 100. Therefore, there will be no change in the length of the bar. All are same. Even though it is one dimension, width is also same, height is also same. So raw material here, there are 5 segments: raw material, labor, direct expenses, factory expenses and office expenses. So the 5 segments are shown for each year in this diagram. So office, but the length is same, but width is also same. Therefore it is one dimensional, both are same here. So because it is converted into percentage, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, this is year wise. Office expense, see here, first one, raw material, it is here. Raw material is how much? 56.25, 56.25 raw material. So it comes from this one, raw material. Next, labor, and then factory, this is factory expenses. Next, direct expenses, labor, and then raw material. This way we are going to show. This is the raw material column, this is raw material, this is 56. So total length is 156, and then labor, that is equal to, this way we have to measure the total. So this is regarding the that is percentage bar diagram. So in this session we learned about subdivided bar diagram. So there are two type of sub bar diagram. One is simply, that is relative, that is whatever the information given that can be present in the same way, then it is called as a simple subdivided bar diagram. But sometimes we can convert that information into percentage, then it is called as percentage subdivided bar diagram. These are the terms we have learned in this session. So I am going to end the class session now. Thank you.